has the Golden State Warriors finally found the missing piece, the dynamic scorer who can ignite this offense and propel Stephen Curry towards another championship? After a season riddled with offensive inconsistencies and a desperate search for a reliable second option, a new market analysis has just dropped, and it points directly to a name that should send shivers of excitement through Dub Nation: Zach LaVine. A fresh report from Sportskeeda, published today, November 21st, 2025, lists the 5 most coveted targets before the trade deadline, and Zach LaVine, currently with the Sacramento Kings, shines brightest for Golden State. He's emerged as the perfect acquisition target for a Warriors team that is absolutely starving for secondary shot creation alongside Stephen Curry. This news gains even more explosive momentum with the context coming out of Sacramento. The Kings are reportedly preparing for a fire sale, putting their stars LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis squarely on the trade block for Mike Dunleavy Jr. and the Warriors front office. This isn't just an opportunity, it's a lifeline. It's a chance to acquire a proven 25-point-per-game scorer who insiders now view as the safest and most dynamic option available. Let's dive into this most coveted list, because LaVine's status is undeniable. The Sportskeeda article doesn't just describe him as a scorer, it highlights him as a 12-year veteran who knows the ins and outs of the league. At this point, Zach LaVine isn't just an athletic offensive player who can get buckets with ease. The analysis emphasizes a team aspiring to go deep into the playoffs would benefit from LaVine's production as well as his intangibles. This description fits the Warriors' needs like a glove. With the team relying excessively on Curry and struggling to find consistency in half-court offense, LaVine offers the ability to create his own shot, attack the rim, and space the floor with his elite three-point shooting. A recent 42.4% from deep, the kind of offensive punch Klay Thompson used to consistently provide. The key factor here is LaVine's availability, driven by the dramatic collapse in Sacramento. Reports from Athlon Sports and Heavy Sports confirm that the Kings, after a disastrous start to the season, have decided to blow up their core. Picture the scenario. Sacramento acquired LaVine, likely in the previous offseason or trade deadline, pairing him with Sabonis and DeRozan in a desperate attempt to contend. That experiment has failed spectacularly. Now, the Kings are looking for future assets, for draft capital, for young talent to kickstart a full rebuild. And the Warriors? They have the young contracts, like Kuminga and Moody, and the draft picks to make a deal work. Warriors insider Anthony Slater, The Athletic, has already reported that LaVine is viewed by some within the organization as the safest option compared to other potential targets like Jimmy Butler. At 29 years old, he's 5.5 years younger. Zach LaVine could immediately insert himself as the reliable secondary scorer the Warriors need, Slater noted. This isn't just speculation. It's a strategic assessment from within the organization. Now let's talk tactical fit. Zach LaVine in Steve Kerr's system is an offensive dream. First, spacing and movement. LaVine is one of the best catch-and-shoot players in the league. He would absolutely thrive off the gravity of Stephen Curry, punishing defenses that dare to double-team number 30. Imagine the open looks, the driving lanes that would open up. Second, rim pressure. Unlike many static shooters, LaVine is an elite athlete who attacks the rim with ferocity. This adds a vertical and penetrating dimension that the Warriors have sorely missed in recent years, forcing defenses to collapse and creating even more opportunities for kickouts. Third, secondary creation. He can competently run the pick and roll, taking immense pressure off Draymond Green and allowing Curry to play more off-ball, moving without the rock, and finding those signature quick-release threes. This versatility would unlock new offensive sets and make the Warriors far less predictable. Of course, there's a cost. LaVine's contract, part of his original $215 million deal, is substantial, but here's where it actually plays into the Warriors' favor in terms of asset cost. Because the contract is viewed by some teams as negative due to its size, the price in draft picks might be lower than for a player like Lauri Markkanen, whose contract is seen as a bargain. A probable trade package could involve Andrew Wiggins to match salaries, Gary Payton II, and 1 or 2 protected first-round picks. The sacrifice for the Warriors would be absorbing that salary, but crucially, they could potentially retain key young assets like Kuminga and Podziemski if the Kings are primarily focused on shedding money and acquiring future draft capital. This is a crucial distinction, as it allows the Warriors to bolster their present without completely mortgaging their future. Zach LaVine is the most coveted target who is genuinely within reach. His combination of relative youth at 29, elite scoring ability, and availability due to the Kings' implosion creates a perfect storm for the Warriors. If Mike Dunleavy Jr. pulls the trigger on this deal, Golden State would add the firepower necessary to transform the Curry era into one last glorious dynasty run. This isn't just about adding a player. It's about adding a dynamic, proven scorer who can immediately elevate this team and put them back into legitimate championship contention. What do you think, Warriors Nation? Is Zach LaVine the answer to our offensive woes? Would you be willing to part with Wiggins and picks to bring him to the Bay? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more exclusive Warriors analysis.